Good morning, everybody. It is Toni-Maree here. It is really cold in Canberra. It's really grey, miserable. I'm here to give my weekly update. I've decided to do this every Monday morning after everybody's left for the day. Instead of being ad hoc, I'm going to be a bit more, I was going to say strategic, but that's not really it. A bit more consistent with all of these wonderful updates. So how did I go with the book writing? How did I go with the exercise? And how did I go with the food and weight loss? Well, it's been interesting. I've been resisting still. So I have done ad hoc stuff on the book. I was supposed to do my values section of the book for the week. Excuse me. But, yeah, I've kind of actually been putting it off, and I'm not quite sure what that's about, so I'm diving into that a bit this week. I think it's because I'm a bit scared about having the book written and what that might mean. Now, I know you don't write a book and it's a $1 million success book and, you know, the world knows who you are and everything happens. But there's a little voice in my head that I think is kind of saying, well, what if that does happen? You know, what if it's really, really successful and you know, it just blows your whole life out of kilter. So I'm going to spend a bit of time on that. And I've decided I need to spend time just being still and just allowing inspiration to arrive, allowing you know, the divine gods, you know, of the universe, whatever you want to call it, to arrive, and to not only inspire what I write, but also inspire what I do every day. So I'm going to be doing that this week, and I'll let you know how my still time works or doesn't work. And I had a great chat with a friend of mine last week, and she really helped me sort of understand that for me, one of the things I do really badly is balance, and I tend to get caught up in the brightest object, the latest thing I'm doing, and I get stuck there and I don't pay attention to the other parts of my life. So this week I'm going to be focusing on being still, and I think this is going to actually end up forming something in the book. What, I don't know, but we'll wait and see. Exercise-wise, walking has been great this week. The exercise routine that Cherie gave me, I've been very slack at. I only did it once. I'm supposed to do it twice a week. So Cherie's going to kick my butt for sure when she sees this, which is great because that's what I want her to do. But I'm being open and honest here. But I have been walking 20 minutes, 30 minutes. And so what I've been doing, just so everybody knows it's been working, is I love my dogs. So I've incorporated my dogs into this because I've got two puppies. Well, one's 2 years old and he's a rescue, and the other one is 5.5, nearly 6 months. And they really need to be socialised. They need to get out and they need to understand what it's like to interact with people and animals and the rest of it. So I have to take them to the dog park. Did you notice have to? Not a good sort of term, have to, but I feel like I owe it to them. It's more I owe it to them to make sure that they're safe by allowing them to socialise with other animals. So I've been getting out, and while I've been getting out, I've been meeting great people, having great conversation, which is fabulous for me as a people person. But I also then take them for a walk down by Lake Tuggeranong, and it has been the most stunning views down there. Even at I was down there last week and it was 7:30. It had to be minus something with the wind chill factor. I was freezing. If I had balls, they would have frozen off. It was that cold, and I just absolutely decided that I can go home, I can go and get in the car, and I can go home and not go for a walk, or I can go for a walk. And I went for a walk, walking into the wind to start with. My nose was frozen, my ears were frozen, I couldn't feel, you know, the tips of my ears. It was that cold. But when I turned around after about 12 minutes or so, because that's all I could handle, the wind was at my back and it was pushing me towards the car and pushing me home. It was pushing the dogs home. And there was something magic about it because it was dark. There was, semi-dark. There was no one around. And I thought, if I hadn't have decided to actually get out here and to go for a walk and to try and get a bit healthier, I would have missed this. I would have missed this freezing sensation, the wind at my back, the beautiful lights from the houses across Tuggeranong Lake. I would have missed it. And there was such a peace, there was such a calm, and such just within, even not from outside. And there were people and dogs and other things around. It was just beautiful. So that one intention to get a bit healthier, really, yeah, there was a moment this last week that was just magic, pure magic. It was marvelous. Diet, okay, diet-wise. Well, okay, here's the thing. I'm on the Light and Easy program because it's light and easy, and I'm loving it. I'm still loving it. I'll be into my next week, so week 3 tomorrow, and you know, I'm not promoting them or anything, but I'm finding that it works for me because it's 1,200 calories a day, which is really low calories. I don't recommend it for everybody. But I add another 100, 120 calories because I love desserts. So I'm eating about 1,400 calories a day, and that is making a big difference. Now the scales, hate weighing myself. The scales have not changed. Okay, so I'm going to own up to this publicly. I'm 91.9 kilos, and my aim is to lose, 15 kilos, and however long it takes me. I've not got a crazy deadline in mind. And I was really disheartened, really disappointed to get on those scales and find that they bloody well hadn't moved this morning. I weighed in last Tuesday. They bloody well hadn't moved. Not an inch, not even 100 grams. And it was just really disheartening. And, it's like, oh, bloody hell, I've been sacrificing, well, I feel like sacrificing my diet and not eating things. And then I thought, well, you know what? The scales aren't everything. So I thought about it and I thought, well, how do I feel? I feel better. I feel like I'm not tired all of the time because I'm not relying on sugar for those energy highs. I'm not constantly eating sweet things. I'm eating healthier because the diet that I have has lots of fresh salads and things for lunch and fruit. And so I'm getting more nutrients. And I went out to lunch with breakfast with a friend of mine, Naomi, yesterday. I celebrated her birthday belatedly. Happy birthday, Naomi, again. So I took her out for breakfast, and I had truffles, the mushroomy stuff, on the meal that I was eating. And it tasted fantastic, and I loved it, but it made me feel off for the rest of the day. And I was sitting there thinking, what is this all about? And it was because the food was so rich and so full of sugars and fats and, right, it was delicious. It was absolutely, amazing food, but it didn't sit well in my stomach. It didn't sit well with me. And I also remembered that I actually think I have a slight allergy to those beautiful mushrooms. Right, I really do, because last night I was still feeling off and I broke out into a cold sweat, and I'm thinking, oh my God, this is menopause, but it wasn't. It was that I had a slight allergy to the food. So I think I'm actually finding that there are certain foods my body doesn't tolerate, and because I was actually pumping all of these chemicals and highly processed foods and sugars and all the rest of it into my diet, I didn't know it. So I'm going to be really curious this week and see how I go. I'm going to absolutely stick to the light and easy for another week, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce 1 or 2 things this week that are off the diet, just to see what I react to. So here's what I'm going to do. The first thing I'm going to do, because I love toast and Vegemite, is I'm going to have toast and Vegemite once or twice this week, half a piece of toast with some Vegemite, and just see how my body reacts, to see if there's any intolerances there to the gluten or the wheat or whatever. So let's see how we go. So check in next Monday. I'll be back, and this is my personal blog, my personal vlog, video log, whatever the heck you want to call it. I will be blogging this. This will go up on my YouTube channel, because my aim with this is that I want to help as many people as possible with what I'm going through, with my story, with my struggle, and you guys can help me. If you've got any tips, any suggestions, I will gratefully receive them. Please share this around, because what I find is working for me, and what I discover might actually help somebody else who's trying to do something similar. So I want this to go out into the ether, into Facebook land, and, you know, hope that it helps somebody else. Now, you will get my good, bad and ugly stuff along this journey, and I plan to do this for at least 12 months, and you guys get to come with me. So thank you for tuning in every Monday. It'll be around about 9 o'clock, between 9 and 9:30 every Monday. This video will be on my Toni-Maree page, my personal page, for everybody to have a look at, and yeah, then up on YouTube later in the day. And if you want to get the transcript of this, then I will be transcribing it as well. Okay, folks, stay awesome. Have a great day. I hope your book writing, your exercise regime, your diet, your mission to be healthy, which is what I'm all about at the moment, is going easier than mine, in that your resistance is a bit less than mine. Okay, folks, see you next Monday. Have an awesome, awesome week. Toni-Maree signing out. Bye.